It's your Auntie Dawn, and welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Movement. This podcast is for millennials, those who are between 18 and 25, but actually for anybody. But that's what I'm kind of focused on because I believe if we can change the mindset of the young, we can change the direction that the world is going in. I want people to focus on starting their own business as opposed to just getting a job. Because when you focus on starting your own business, that's when you can live that fabulous lifestyle. That's why it's called the Fabulous Lifestyle Movement. And not only can you do that, but you have the ability and the resources to help other people too. And that's basically what life is all about. So I always talk about mindset. So I figured I'd come on and explain to you what I mean by that, what I mean by mindset. See, there people who have jobs have a totally different mindset than people who work for themselves and have their own business. It's the same way that people that's poor have a totally different mindset than people that are rich. Like you can get a person who who was born in a situation where they're born rich and they probably would never be poor, even if they're lazy and don't do any work. And it's not because they live off their parents' money, but because they have brought up with a different kind of mindset than a person who was brought up in a situation where they were poor and all they heard all their life was there's not enough, we don't have enough money, can't afford that. Whereas a person who was born in a rich family, they never heard those type of things. So they don't have that they don't trip over that. Their mind doesn't really even relate to anything like that. So it is all basically done for your mind. So I figured I'd explain to you why this is so, what mindset means, so you can understand how to start changing your mindset. See, we are all, us as humans, there's two parts of us. We have a physical body and then we have a spirit. The spirit is the part that keeps us alive, and the spirit is the part that's connected to God. That's the part of us, that's my phone ring, I should have turned it off. Um, that's the part of us that's has that connection to God. So whether you believe well to the creator, it don't matter really what you believe or don't believe in. That's just the truth. The spirit part is what's connected to the Most High. And in the spirit, we have a mind. And our mind actually has three parts. We have a conscious mind, subconscious mind, and a superconscious mind. Now, let me explain what each of those are. But the conscious mind is the mind that you're kind of aware of. It's the mind that, I'm aware that I'm sitting here in front of a computer putting on a podcast. I'm aware that the air conditioner is blowing and I can hear it humming in the background. I'm aware that I'm sitting on a chair. Conscious mind is the things that's happening right now. Now, the subconscious mind is sort of like the helper of the conscious mind. The subconscious mind stores everything that we've ever heard, seen, smelled, tasted, touched in our entire life. It just stores that information for when the conscious mind needs it, it brings it up for it. So it kind of like is the helper of the conscious mind. So, yeah, the conscious mind. So let me give you like an example. When you first learn how to drive a car, when you drive it, let's say the first time you got behind the wheel of the car, you sit in the car and you're very aware of everything, conscious of everything that's going on. You nervous, so you sit in the car, you put your seatbelt on, you're conscious of doing that. You adjust your mirrors, you're conscious of doing that. You make sure they're on the side. You sit there, you put your hands on the steering wheel. Well, when I was growing up, it was 2 and 10, but now I think they say it's 3 and 9. But you put your hands in the right spot on the steering wheel. You put your key in the car. You turn the ignition. You look through your mirrors on each side. You put your blinker on, and then you pull off. You're conscious of every single thing that you're doing because this is new, something that you don't know how to do. You're just trying it out. So you're very aware and conscious of what's going on. Now, after you've been driving for a minute, you got your license, you've been driving, let's say it's 10 years later. Now you get a car, you're not conscious of anything. That information is down, seek back to your subconscious mind. You're on the phone, you jump in the car, you put the ignition, you drive the car, you don't even put your seatbelt on, not thinking about it. You put your blinkers on, not thinking about it. You can go to, let's say you go to a place every day like your job. You can drive to your job every single day. You could be on autopilot. You could be eating your breakfast, talking on the phone, combing your hair, putting on your makeup, and you get to your job without even thinking about what direction to go, because you've been doing it so frequently. It's no longer something that you're conscious of. But the first time you went there, you were very aware, not sure where you're going. You were looking around, you was conscious. So after the conscious mind is okay with it and knows everything about it, it sees back to your subconscious mind, so that it kind of like puts it on automatic pilot. Now your superconscious mind is the part of you that where your ideas come from, where you get that gut feeling, like kind of like intuition. That's what the superconscious mind is. That's the part that's really spiritually connected. If you know how to focus on that part, you can really achieve a lot in your life. But we're going to focus mostly on the subconscious mind, because the subconscious mind is the most important part of your daily life. The subconscious mind is what tells you that I got to get a job because I'm not going to make it as a business owner. Or subconscious mind is the part where you have these negative thoughts, and they kind of control your life. You want to know why poor people stay poor? It's because their subconscious mind has been programmed for them to be poor. If all your life growing up and somebody say you can't afford that, we don't have enough money for that, or you know, we can't get that, or money's hard to come by, money don't grow on trees. So this is the information that your subconscious mind was fed, and then it went into your conscious mind was fed and went to your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind goes about making sure that that happens for you. Like the same way it goes about making sure you get to work because it gives you the direction without you even thinking about it. It goes to work to make sure that all the stuff that you put into it actually manifests, because that's what you trained it to do. Its job is to make sure you get everything that you believe. So if you believe that that you're poor and you're not going to make any money, money is hard to come by, it's going to make sure that money is always hard for you to come by. It's going to make sure that you are always broke, because that's what you have trained your subconscious mind to believe. So its job is to make sure that you get everything that you believe. It doesn't know right from wrong. It doesn't know what's good for you, what's bad for you. It just takes whatever you feed it repeatedly, and it makes that happen for you, because that's his job. So let me give you a quick pointer, because I'm not going to be on here a real long time, but I'm going to give you a quick pointer on how you can change that. You have to change that. If you want to go from having a job to having your own business, if you want to go from being poor to being rich, if you want to go from being fat to being healthy, if you want to go from anything, from one extreme to another, you have to change the programming that's in your subconscious mind. So the people who run this world, they understand programming, and that's why they program you from the time you start school that you have to get an education and get a job. Because if they keep repeating this, get an education, get a job, if the only options you have is to go to college, go to the army, or get a job, your subconscious mind would say, okay, these are our three options only. It will not even focus on anything else. And they understand that, and that's why they program you that to think that way from the time you start preschool to the time you graduate, because they need employees. They need you to work for them. They need you to build their wealth. They don't want you building your own wealth. They need you to build their wealth. So that's why they program your conscious mind, which puts into your subconscious mind. And that's why some people think like, oh, I can't start a business, because all their life they've been programmed that they can go to school, get an education, get a job. They go to school, get an education, get a job. Go to college, get an education, get a better job. That's what they programmed you to believe. So that's why you honestly believe that. It's not even a point of it happened. It's just that is the only thing your subconscious mind will allow in your life, because it's going to block out everything that goes against that until you start reprogramming your subconscious mind. Now, the cool thing about the subconscious mind is also the worst thing about the subconscious mind. The cool thing is it doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined, and it does what you feed it repeatedly. So that's like a good thing and a bad thing, because if you feed it negative stuff, it's going to bring about negative stuff. If you're feeding it positive stuff, it will bring about positive stuff. So the way to change the subconscious mind is by changing what you say, changing the words that come out of your mouth, being conscious of the words that come out of your mouth, being aware of the words that come out. See, a lot of people will sit and say, you know, well, I'm broke. And then you say, well, don't speak that, because now you're just reinforcing it in your subconscious mind. But then they'll say, but that's the reality, because they're looking at the things that's around them. But the good thing about the subconscious mind, you don't have to look at about the things that's around. You can look in your head. You can imagine it. You can imagine the things that you want and desire. And if you repeatedly imagine it and make it feel real and realistic, your subconscious mind will believe that it's real and realistic, and it'll bring about that same thing that you've been thinking into your mind. Let me give you an example. My daughter wanted a car, and she wanted a new car, but she kept thinking she couldn't afford one. But then she just changed her thinking and said, you know what? I want a new car. And she started picturing herself getting a new car. And then she called me one day and said, hey, Mom, you told me to go get a new car. And now she has a new car. And that's basically all this. You have to change that programming in your mind by just changing your words. Your words are really important. What you say out of your mouth is really important. So people speak things that they don't want all the time, and they don't realize that what they're doing is they're making sure that they get the thing that they don't want. They make sure that because your subconscious mind is going to bring you what you keep speaking out of your mouth. So you have to change the words that come out of your mouth and change the thoughts that you have. You know, when I first learned about this, first thing I learned was that we have about 6,000 thoughts each day, and almost every last one of them are negative thoughts, because we live in a negative society. We live in a negative world where negativity is always out there in the universe. So what you have to start doing is becoming very conscious of the thoughts that you have that you allow in your head, and the words that you speak out of your mouth. So, like, let's say you work in sales and it's a bad day, and you say, well, ain't nobody buying nothing. Nobody buying nothing. And you keep saying that. And what happens is nobody will buy it, because your subconscious mind, well, from you they won't, because your subconscious mind will bring what you say to you. So if something negative happens, just don't speak on it. Or you speak the positive. You can say, well, right now, nobody's buying, but I know they're coming. They're on their way. They're here now. They're buying from me now. And you see it, and you imagine, you visualize it. If you start your own business, you can say, you have to picture yourself being successful in doing it. Imagine, success coming to you. Just visualize it. Take time every day and just focus on that. Visualize it, dream it, imagine it. The best times to do that is 2 times a day. One, when you first wake up in the morning, and 2, right before you go to bed at night. And the reason those are the 2 most important times is because that's when your subconscious mind is usually clear from all the other stuff that's going on around you. So your subconscious, it seeps quicker into your subconscious mind when you have nothing else that you're focused on during the course of the time that you think about it. It's good. Also, people, you do affirmations. Speaking affirmations is good also, because what that does is we do by what we hear. So if you're speaking positive things out of your mouth and you're listening to it, it also helps reprogram your subconscious mind. Now, this is something that I do. We all have phones, and on the phone we have ability to record. So I record my positive affirmations, and then I listen to them during the day when I'm working, because sometimes I may just forget to say them, but if I have my headphones on, I'll just listen to it. It's my voice speaking it, and I'm just listening to it. So this is basically the kind of ways that you can program your subconscious mind. So I hope I gave you some valuable information today. Let me just kind of give you a little summary. Told you why people who are poor think different people who are not poor. I told you about who you are. You're both physical and spiritual. The spiritual part is where your conscious mind lays, and your subconscious mind and your superconscious mind. Explain to you what the conscious mind is, the subconscious mind, and your superconscious mind, and why it's important to reprogram your subconscious mind. And even gave you a couple of pointers on how to do that. So do me a favor, like, share, and make some comments below. Share this. We want to reach as many millennials as we possibly can, because we need to start changing the mindset. We need to start helping people to go from having a job to starting their own business. and so that they can live that fabulous lifestyle. So join the fabulous lifestyle movement. If you really ready to start right now, I do have a way that you can start your business for absolutely free, and we will provide training for you and everything else. If you're interested in that, just comment below or DM me, contact me somehow. Let me know, hey, I want to understand how to start a business for free. It's your Auntie Dawn. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.